Build yourself, brick by brick.
So, you want a deadlift, do you? You really want to be that person in the commercial gyms, banging the heavy weights in the squat rack and having all the people looking at you and getting annoyed with you? Yeah, awesome. Me too. So let's dive into some deadlifts. Fortunately, deadlifts is a very complex exercise, a lot of moving parts, a lot of muscles involved. You literally build it from the ground up. So this video, we might split into a couple different parts, but I think a good place to start is with grip. Grip. There's a lot of different ways to grip the barbell and lift it off the ground and look good doing it. So first one I want to start with is, for lack of a more technical term, over. That's where everyone starts. All that is if I were deadlifting right now looking down at the bar, this is what I would see. My two knuckles. Over. That's all it is. That's where everyone starts. It's consistent, it's safe, it's symmetric, and it's good to go. It's, out of the box, it's ready to go. No assembly required. So if it's so good, why are we going to talk about all these other grips? Because some of these other grips, as you get into heavier weight, might be better than the over. Next one. Once again, for lack of a better term, under. If I were deadlifting, looking down at the bar, this is what I would see. My left hand is under the bar, right hand's over the bar. That's it. And the third one, for those overachievers out there that want to guess, over. Opposite of the under. And that happens to be my grip of choice. So if I'm looking down at the bar, this is kind of what I would see. Easy. These two are sometimes referred to as alternate grips because your wrists are alternating around the bar. Should be simple enough. But the bad stigma that comes with these two guys is the idea that if you overuse one of them, one or the other, you will get a muscular imbalance. And there is some truth to that. Actually, there's quite a bit of truth to that. But the best advice I could give you to prevent that is to train both. Train both. And the way to do that is to identify your dominant grip. Which grip feels a little bit nicer? Which one, when I'm pulling, I get that little bit of extra pep. Like I said, for me, over. All the videos where I'm lifting a little over 400 pounds, it's always been with over. So a good way to train both is if you're doing an even number of sets. Even number, as we all know, easily divide by 2. Do 2 sets this way, 2 sets that way. Seems easy enough, right? For me, I like to do 5x5s, and hopefully a lot of people can agree with me. The first set of a 5x5 and the 5th set of the 5x5 are the hardest. Hopefully that's not just me that thinks that. So for my 1st and 5th set, I'm going to use the one where I get a little bit more gas out of it, my dominant one. So sets 1, 3, and 5, over. Sets 2 and 4, under. Am I going to get a muscular imbalance from doing 3 of one, 2 of the other? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Am I going to get a muscular imbalance from just using over on, let's say, a heavy singles or a heavy doubles day, one workout? Absolutely not. These muscular imbalances that are being talked about are from months, years of bad practice. So, and the muscular imbalances that happen with these grips are actually quite bad. They can bleed into your other workouts, your other ways of training. They can affect your posture. So the best way to combat one of these, unfortunately, is to not get one in the first place. So, identify your dominant grip and run with it. Next one grip, I'm not going to talk too much about hook grip. I never really got into it, but the idea is that when you have the barbell across your palm, you tuck the thumb in and then grip the fingers around the thumb and the barbell. It is very difficult to train someone who has deadlifted for years to train them on how to do hook grip. If you're just starting out deadlifting and your grip strength isn't where it really wants to be, hook grip I think would be awesome for you to look into. I personally never trained it. It does, you will have an advantage with hook grip if you have bigger hands or I guess longer fingers, which I do not. I have kind of meaty palms, stubby fingers. Not for me, but but my grip strength is actually quite strong, so I don't really see the need to train it. Last one. Pulling with straps. I have never, like I said with hook grip, I've never really had grip strength issues, so I never really trained too much with straps. I bought a really cheap pair a couple years ago, and they literally tore mid-pull and sliced up my wrist and my hand, so I never went back to them. I don't lift with straps too much. The thing I do know is it will, if you use the proper straps and you use them correctly, it will add pounds to your deadlift. So if your grip strength's not really where it's, if you're kind of exhausted and you want to get a good deadlift session, straps might be the way to go for you. But invest in a good pair. I will tell you that. And me not using straps, I'm not coming from a place of, oh, I'm too good to use straps. I just don't use them. When I compete next month, I'm going to compete in the raw power, so no straps are allowed. And that's okay because I don't train with straps. So I was going to talk about more stuff, but looks like grip kind of got, I kind of went on some rambles with the grip. I like talking about grip. I like talking about deadlifts. So stay tuned.